So here in this particular Farm Journal Corn Soybean College plot, we're still looking at hybrid characteristics, but we're adding in one more thing, and that is short corn. Now, short corn is becoming popular, especially with the amount of wind events that we have anymore, the derechos, things like that. Is how do we manage a high wind environment if that's here to stay? So with short corn, though, they have the same characteristics as regular corn. The nodes are stacked tighter. So you're going to have different leaf structure with short corn, and here we have to be very careful at what our populations are, where we put them, and what we're going to do with them, all for light capture as well as weed control. So as we can see, there's a huge difference in height here between what we'd call regular corn and short corn. This is just getting ready to push tassels today. When we think about this, we have the same characteristics in the corn plant, same maturity dates that you can get in regular corn, same amount of leaves. All the difference is in this stuff, we've shortened the internodes up. So we don't have so much length between internodes. And the belief is that, one, that protects us from wind, but you can also take the energy growing those nodes and put it into the ear. You still have to capture 97% of the light. And for some of this short corn, it may demand that you push those populations up 40,000 plus to get that done. But due to leaf characteristics, there's some of the short corn that doesn't need to be planted thick because it has the leaf structure that allows you to plant it lower. So again, the secret of the short corn is figuring out where it fits for your farm, how much wind damage you deal with, and what you want to work with on the short corn. For instance, more leaves, less stalk is usually a plus when it comes to silage production and things like that. But it's still going to be hybrid selection in this short corn, and we'll talk through that a little bit. So in this short corn plot, we're looking at 3 different hybrids with different characteristics. And again, we still, even though it's short corn, we still have to capture 97% of the sunlight. We're looking at 30,000 plant populations in these strips. So they're planted the same day at 30,000, and looking at what kind of light capture can we get out of this as the guys track it. We look at this first hybrid. This hybrid is very pendulum in nature. So just because it's short doesn't mean it's upright. So this is pendulum in nature. All the leaves are horizontal, pretty good size to these leaves as far as thickness. This plant actually is going to cover the row and canopy it at 30,000. So again, where would this fit? This would be short corn if you're looking at lighter soils that you want to pull that population back, but you still got to cover that row. You can't leave that row open. If sunlight hits the ground, it'll cook this corn. So we want to close that up. This hybrid has that potential, even though it's short. We've just shortened those internodes in there. The next hybrid at 30,000, this is a semi-upright hybrid, a little bit open down here at the base, then goes upright. And this is not going to close the row at 30,000. So if you put this on 30,000 plants to the acre or less, it's probably going to burn up if we have too much heat, too much sun would get down in the canopy. We need to push this population maybe up into the mid 30s, upper 30s to get this canopy closed. And we look at the third hybrid out here. This is an upright hybrid. So it's upright right from the start, stays upright, stays tight up here at the top. In a situation where this will not close at probably 35 or 36,000. Planted at 30,000, this is the sucker that's on it today. This is a lot of wasted energy. The sucker needs to die when it's about 4 to 5 inches tall. When it gets this big, there's a lot of energy in here that's been wasted. So a situation for this hybrid with this leaf structure, probably going to have to be up in that 40, 42,000 if you don't want sunlight to hit the ground or to be wasted. And again, when we think about silage production, less stalk, more leaves, pushing the population up, probably make a pretty good silage program as well because you have more digestibility in it. But at the same time, putting this at a low population on a light soil because you're worried about the wind, you're probably going to burn this one up. You're going to need to think about leaf structure as you're thinking about managing the wind.